Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived with her mother in a cottage in the countryside near a pretty woodland. Her granny had made her a lovely red riding cloak with a red hood that was her favourite thing to wear, and from that day she was known as Little Red Riding Hood, or Little Red for short. One day her mother told her that Granny wasn't feeling very well and had taken to her bed. "Would you be a dear and go and visit Granny and take this nice basket of food and cakes to cheer her up?" "Of course I will," said Little Red. Her mother reminded her not to dawdle along the way, as Granny would be waiting for her, and not to talk to any strangers. "I won't," said Little Red. She put on her red cloak, took the basket, and set off on her way through the wood. Granny's cottage was a little distance away, in the middle of the woodland. She enjoyed this walk so much. She loved to listen to the birds singing in the trees and loved to look at the beautiful wild flowers along the way. Before long, she forgot all about her promise to Mum and sat down to admire and pick some beautiful bluebells. "I'll take some of these to Granny," she thought. "They will certainly cheer her up." Little Red was unaware of a big bad wolf peeping at her from behind a nearby tree. He had spotted Little Red and licked his lips greedily as she looked a tasty morsel. The wolf spoke to her in a friendly voice.
"Hello, my dear, and what brings you out here into the middle of the forest?"
Little Red was taken aback. "Oh, I'm going to visit my Granny who isn't very well. I'm bringing her some nice cakes that my Mum has baked."
"Oh, that's very nice of you."
The wolf was tempted to gobble Little Red up immediately and have the tasty cakes for dessert. But he could hear a nearby woodsman chopping wood, so he had a different idea.
"And tell me, dearie, where does your Granny live? Have you got far to go?"
Little Red was starting to feel a little nervous. "Oh no," Little Red replied. "She only lives not far from here, in the cottage in the middle of the wood. In fact, I must get along now, as she will be waiting for me. Goodbye." And with that, Little Red continued her journey.
"Goodbye, dearie."
He thought. Then he took off into the trees and ran as fast as he could to Granny's cottage. When he arrived there, he knocked at the door. "Is that you, Little Red?" said Granny.
"Yes, it's me,"
replied the wolf in a little squeaky voice. "Come in, dear, I've been waiting for you." When the wolf came into Granny's room, she was terrified. The wolf wasted no time. As quick as a flash, he jumped on the bed and gobbled poor little Granny up in one go. Then he looked in her wardrobe for one of her nightgowns and nightcaps to put on. He took her spectacles from the bedside table and climbed into Granny's bed. Not long afterwards, Little Red knocked on the door.
"Is that you, Little Red?"
asked the wolf in a high squeaky voice. "Yes, it's me, Granny. Mummy has sent you some lovely cakes."
"Oh, do come in, dearie. I've been waiting for you."
Little Red came in to see Granny. She put the bluebells into a vase on the table and then came into her room. Little Red was astonished when she saw Granny.
"Hello, dearie. I'm so pleased to see you."
"Oh, Granny, what a strange voice you have," said Little Red in astonishment. And that was not all.
Oh, Granny, is that really you?" "Why, yes, dear, it's me. I'm just down with the flu." to hear you with. Oh Granny, your eyes are so big. Oh, they're better to see you with. But Granny, oh Granny, your teeth are so big. All the better to eat you with.
And with that, he jumped out of bed towards Little Red. She screamed and ran out of the cottage as quickly as her little legs would carry her. She realised far too late that it was not Granny at all, but the wolf that had tricked her. But where was Granny? What had happened to her? "Help!" she screamed. "Wolf! Wolf!" The wolf came racing after her. The woodcutter, who was nearby in the woods, heard her screams. He came running quickly with his axe and tackled the wolf to the ground. The wolf was killed, and the woodcutter, seeing its swollen belly, picked it up by its feet and shook it hard until poor little Granny came tumbling out, shaken but unharmed. Little Red Riding Hood ran into her Granny's arms. "Oh, Granny!" she cried. "Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Woodsman, for saving our lives," said Granny. They both cried with relief. "Oh, Granny, are you all right?" cried Little Red. "He was such a nasty wolf." "You can never trust strangers," said the woodsman. "Indeed," said Granny. "This is an important lesson for you, Little Red." And they hugged each other with relief.